So my name is Mark Lee. I'm an executive of Hart House Chess Club, and I'm the executive head of events, so I help organize all the events. I'm also a FIDE licensed national arbiter, and I usually help in arbitrating a lot of the chess tournaments run here.
Okay, thank you. What are the challenges of arbitering chess tournaments?
In order to arbiter a chess tournament, there are several difficult challenges that have to be overcome. A lot of it is due to a shortage of staff, where we have to run around and we have to maintain the integrity of the game, because arbitering is essentially about making sure that the chess players play to their fullest potential while no rules are being broken. And that's a very important process, which a lot of people aren't usually aware of the implications. They probably have it in the back of their head, of course. But in terms of actually putting that into practicality, that's what the arbiters are for.
Okay. What are some of the challenges that you face in tournaments in general and maybe in this tournament?
So a lot of the challenges include, for example, hearsay. So say one opponent declares that the other one has an illegal move and the other opponent refuses, right? That's why it's important that the arbiters keep close attention on all the games, so that if something happens like that, we've seen it beforehand. We also, with the FIDE national arbiter laws, we all learned specific requirements and rules to act in certain situations. And because of that, it helps us handle any sort of illegal moves or distractions more easily for the players to enjoy their game.
How long is that qualifying exam to become an arbiter?
So it depends on the level of the arbiter that you want. So there are a lot of different types of levels. There's national arbiter, there's FIDE arbiter, there's international arbiter, IA, and then there's a few other IA levels that classify for the best of the arbiters. But essentially, it takes at least 20 tournaments or 20 sections of tournament where you've played or participated in, and 10 that you've arbitrated in for a national arbiter. And essentially, you have to learn under qualified national arbiters or higher to understand the rules and the roles that you are doing. And then after that, you can take an exam and then you can get the title.
So now I assume you're also a chess player?
Yes, I am. Yes.
What do you sometimes wish you were not being the arbiter, not playing this role, and instead you were playing chess?
Well, of course I love to play chess. I am around, so technically I am unrated in person. Online, I maintain around 2,500 as a rating. So for me, the reason I don't participate in tournaments is probably different than a lot of other people, which is I need to find the right tournament to get a higher starting ELO for, right? So in these tournaments, our lowest section is usually U1100 or U1300 or something like that. And I don't want to play in those types of sections. So I'm waiting for a tournament for like U1800, and then I can start just rapidly gaining from there.
I see.
But that's probably not the normal reason that a lot of arbiters would do that.
That's fascinating. So you're 2,500 online. So which platform is this?
I'm 2,500 on both chess.com and Lichess. So in Bullet, 2,500, and Blitz, 2,450 on both.
Wow. So I mean, so is your goal to, when it comes to playing a chess tournament and gaining rating, is it just to gain rating?
Well, seeing as I haven't gained rating from any chess tournaments yet, it's hard to answer that question. But I would like to gain rating playing in tournaments, essentially. I plan to do so soon. And it just so happened that I got a national arbiter title before I aimed for a candidate master title.
Wow. That's fascinating. Why didn't you start earlier? Why didn't you play how did you not end up playing in-person chess?
So I played a few in-person tournaments in elementary school. Those were not FIDE or CFC rated apparently, and I didn't know anything about it. And then high school hit, and then COVID hit. And when I wanted to go to tournaments, I couldn't go, right? After university hit, I applied to be an exec of the Hart House Chess Club, and then I got roped into arbitrating. And essentially almost every single member of the staff team and arbitration team that I have worked with have told me that I should go play in tournaments. So let's just say it's an unfortunate series of events that led me to not play anything yet.
So I think there's maybe a feeling, it's like a vague sort of buried sentiment that you can maybe get like all of your chess just playing online. And in a sense, you've kind of done that, but you also spend your time, being a qualified arbiter. So it seems very strange. Could you expand on, do you think that there is something different or special about playing in-person chess?
In terms of in-person chess versus online chess, it's just an entirely different environment. With in-person chess, you can communicate with the opponent in real time. You can enjoy a good laugh over moves or conversations. It's a whole different environment and atmosphere than, for example, online chess where you'd be cooped up in your bed or room, blasting loud music, but it just isn't the same, right? Chess is a multiplayer game in a sense. It's where you play with other people to enjoy the game. And winning or losing is part of that fun, I admit, but it is still a very important aspect to consider.
So I suppose, a question I have is, you talked about there being a social element to playing in-person chess. Do you feel that there's a social element to being an arbiter?
Yes, of course. I've had the privilege of working with many distinguished arbiters, including IA Hao Bond, FA Heidi Gay, and of a bunch of other talented arbiters here at Hart House Chess. And arbitration is all about teamwork, and we have an extensive communication network to help smooth and streamline everything related to a tournament process. And it helps that, for example, we have budgeting for food expenses, for any sort of equipment damage. And in general, we're just prepared for anything, and it helps because we're all together in it to help each other move forward in that process.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure as well.